In this home, you don't get personal space because this is my space because I'm the parent. If you want your own personal space, you'll need to get your own space. This is mine. And as long as you're living in my home, it is my job to know everything about you. You don't get to sneak, you don't get to hide, you don't get to have secrets. Not in my house. Do you think it's funny? Because
and then I walk out.
If you think it's funny, then that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
Nope, you heard that right. We are getting to the point where influencers are selling drafts with images of their children for money here on this platform. God bless us all, we are doomed.
So you guys know how social media has been such a very big part of our lives. Well, I've noticed a trend. I don't know if I should call it a trend, but it just started. No, it didn't just start, but like now it's more apparent. And this trend has become very, very worrying. It's about how people are using kids in their social media content. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about the occasional cute baby pictures that you put online. It's more about when children just become a greater or a regular part of someone's YouTube channel or someone's content or their Instagram or even their TikTok. And sometimes even before they're old enough to understand, their parents are there plastering their face everywhere. Where do we draw the line between sharing and going too far? And how do we make sure that the privacy of these children are being protected when their whole lives can be put online? And what are the effects that this might have on the kids when they grow up? I think it's something that we all need to talk about, whether we are the parents, we are the viewers, or we're just part of this digital world. I would just want to sit down here and just speak about, and I would love you guys to hear my perspective, and I also want to hear you guys' perspective. So that being said, hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jo, and I am a commentary YouTuber who dives into a wide range of topics that pique my interest, whether they are trendy or not. And my goal is just to provide insights, commentary, and shed light on various subjects, and also create an educational yet entertaining space for all of us to learn and to grow. So if that is something you're interested in, kindly subscribe, like, comment on this video, and welcome to my haven. Let me plug myself in. I've created a very transformative self-improvement journal that has been a game changer for my personal growth journey. Journaling has been such a very integral part of my life. I recently got fired from my job unprovoked on Thursday, so I had so many emotions in me because that was literally the best job I'd ever had when it comes to working for people. I was not given any prior warning. I didn't see it coming, and I was on my way home when my manager called me and told me, "You've been fired." And I just had so many emotions built up in me, and I just poured it out here on my little therapist. Wow. So if you're looking for something to help you along the way on your journey of self-transformation, honestly, journaling really does help. So if you're interested in purchasing my journal, you could click the link in my description box and purchase it. So today's word of affirmation is: your journey is unique to you. Compare it to no one else's. I'm excited to announce that channel memberships are now available. So if you just want to have a closer community experience, you could join for exclusive perks. And if you'd also love to show extra support, I have a second channel. I'll start uploading on that channel. So that channel, the link is in my description box, or you can simply just type Joel's Camera Roll. I'll be a little bit more vulnerable, spiritual talks, just talk about things that I'm kind of struggling with and how I'm also developing myself just to become the better part of me. So if something like that is what you're interested in, kindly click the description box to subscribe to my second channel, and I really appreciate that. So now let's get into the video.
One for Rainbow, one for Amanda.
Who you playing with, sweetie?
Amanda.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Amanda. I'm 6, and I love unicorns.
Sexual predators are seeking kids online.
What some parents share about their kids online, and while most parents post occasional updates, others are turning their family life into a full-time show on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Obviously, this is a trend. I would like to call it a trend, and I don't even know when it's ending, but this trend is raising eyebrows. See, right now kids might not understand what it means to have their lives being shared online. People have come out to speak about the worries around privacy and safety, and some families, they make money from this post. But another thing we should understand is that even though this family, they're making money from this post and they're also living life and just sustaining their home, there are no clear rules about how this can be handled for the kids' benefit.
My daughter is good. She's good, and she loves doing videos. And if she doesn't, then we do what? Then we're like, okay, well, we just won't do them anymore. That's what I told her, because mommy will find another way to make money. Okay.
Growing up in the public eye might also affect the children as they get older, and we've seen how some former child stars or family vlogs, now they've grown up, they've come out to say that it feels like their childhood was taken away from them. And some famous people who have children, they've also chosen not to share their kids' identity online at all. And obviously this whole thing that I'm talking about has started a very huge conversation about what's to share and what isn't to share.
I am a child of a family vlogger, a former family vlogger that had people on YouTube thinking that I was pregnant at 13. That is why I'm so passionate about this stuff, y'all. Intimate conversations about sex, drugs, boys, all types of stuff were broadcasted on my mom's YouTube. Now, this was the early 2000s, early 2010s when family vlogging was becoming popular and the ramifications were not yet studied. She was a young mom. She did not know. When she found out, she stopped. Y'all know the ramifications because we have told y'all the ramifications, but y'all still continue to post your children's intimate moments. The mom that posted her child's medical problems, disgusting. The mom that posted her child getting undressed, telling her all this stuff, sharing these intimate moments, disgusting. There are people on the internet that mean harm to you and your children. That should be enough for you not to post their intimate moments online. Y'all talk about you shouldn't judge these people. You don't know what you talk about. I am a child of a family vlogger that turned out okay in spite of, not because of. We are seeing the ramifications of these children. They were kids in the 2000s and 2010. They're adults now saying this is how this affected me. I have a digital footprint that's going to follow me for the rest of my life. But that is not enough for y'all. Why must we care more about your children than you do? Keep these kids off the damn family vlogs and internet. You gotta make content that tailors around yourself. Or are you just a loser? Come on now. I'm tired of talking to y'all about something that should be so simple.
Minus that, there is like talks about creating better rules to protect kids on social media, and it's very tricky to balance sharing family moments with also respecting the privacy of children. So we're going to talk about this later on in this commentary. So I just want to ask a question before we go further. What do you guys think about parents choosing to share their kids' lives online? So let's talk about kids who became famous on the internet because of their parents. And the first person we're going to talk about is Jojo Siwa. When I wrote this script, Jojo Siwa was not even the first person on the script. She was never on the script, to be fair. I listened to a deep dive of her when I was making my hair. In case you guys don't know, I make my hair myself. Every hair you've seen me make, I make them myself. After I listened to the deep dive of her, I was like, oh my god, this just explains a lot. And again, I have a video of Jojo Siwa, but that was not like a deep dive commentary. It was just surface level. But after I listened to that deep dive of Jojo Siwa and did more research, I was like, this girl has been through it and she doesn't even know she's been through it. But anyways, first of all, Jojo, she started performing when she was very, very young. Her mom took her to auditions when she was just 2 years old. Literally, she was still in diapers when her mom took her to auditions. Her mom has come out to say that she used to make sure that Jojo went for almost every audition, and even when Jojo is sleeping as early as it was in the morning, she's like, she had a vision for Jojo. She wanted Jojo to be a dancer. She wanted Jojo to be the next. Oh my god, you guys, I ordered food. I just remembered. Did I order food? I ordered food. Give me a second. Yo, sorry for that breaking transmission. I actually did not order food. I thought I wanted to order food, but then I was like, I'm not hungry. Then I was like, I'm hungry. Then I was like, I'm not hungry. So the person that's at the door is, it keeps ringing. So I don't know who's at the door, so I'm not opening it. Jojo's mom literally carved her path for her. Jojo's mom did not even let Jojo become or choose her own path or make any mistake in life. From the beginning, she wanted Jojo to be the next Hannah Montana, and Jojo started bleaching her hair when she was 2 years old.
I have been dyeing my hair since I was like 2, maybe 1.5. I'm not a natural blonde, I'm actually a natural brown.
Even Hannah Montana wore wigs. Like, Hannah Montana wore wigs. And Jojo's mom, I feel like she was very selfish in my opinion. And I think everybody who knows the background of Jojo would know that Jojo's mom was very, very selfish.
Nothing is off limits when it comes to doing what I think will benefit Jojo.
By the age of 9, Jojo was on a TV show called Dance Mom, and I have a video on Dance Mom already, but if it's not out, it's going to come out after this one. This is just a deep dive on Dance Mom, and oh my god, that reality show was so toxic. How did they let it run for that long? Oh my god, obviously I'm not from the United States, so I didn't even know anything about Dance Mom till my first video about Jojo. And oh my god, it is so honestly so riveting. I don't know if that's the word to use, but I have a deep dive on that, so either it's out or it's yet to come out. But it's surely, if it's not out when this video is out, it will be out after this video. So you guys, please watch it because it is going to be very long and I hope it will be very interesting. But anyways, as Jojo grew up, she became really famous. She had a special look with her big bows and she used to make lots of glitters. This was Jojo's signature and she was very rich. This look of hers made her very rich, made her very popular. But some people wonder if she ever got to be a normal kid, because if you think about it, now Jojo has come out and she's her own person and doing her own thing. People are calling her cringe, but let's not forget that this girl has been exploited right from when she was 2, first of all, and secondly, she's not had time to like be a normal person, so she's living her life and she's getting to know herself in the public eyes. This is going to be cringe. It's going to be cringe. Everybody has gone through a phase. Jojo has gone on so many podcasts in which she said that she had a very good childhood and she loved her childhood, that her childhood was all about working hard and becoming successful. Again, even when Jojo was younger, adults around her used to be like, oh, she's not like your regular 16-year-old, she's not like your regular 12-year-old, she's very hardworking, she's very this. But is that something to say about a child? That means this child is not becoming a child. You're not letting this child become a child. You're not letting this child be a child. Instead, you're imposing adult duties and tasks on someone that is supposed to be a child. Even till now, Jojo is blinded by, oh, I really used to work hard as a child, which in hindsight is actually not normal. Jojo was very successful. She was very rich. She was trained on how to speak to the media, because if you notice, even when she was younger, if there was like a scandal regarding a product that she had released, she knew how to come to the internet and speak to people well. In hindsight, that kind of dies down the outrage of the public. So Jojo.
Now, when companies make these games, they don't run every aspect by me. And so I had no idea of the types of questions that were on these playing cards. Now, when I first saw this, I was really upset at how gross these questions were. And so I brought it to Nickelodeon's attention immediately. And since then, they have been working to get this game stopped being made.
There has been a problem with one of my products in Claire's stores, with one of the JoJo makeup products. And I just want to let everyone know that no matter what, Safety is myself and Nickelodeon's #1 priority in every.
Has really been trained, and as a child she also used to attend board meetings, which, okay, I can get it. To me it's like 50-50, but like, what time did she even have to be a child? Jojo's mom was her manager, even though she already had a manager, but her mom still like was at the forefront of Jojo's career and everything. And this can be very tricky, because sometimes when parents manage the careers of their children, it can cause problems. Now, after Jojo left Dance Mom, she had her own show, or I don't know if she still has the show, but I think she still has the show, Siwa's Dance Revolution. And obviously when she was in Dance Mom was a very toxic place, like a very toxic reality show and a very toxic place for children.
There is nothing good about Dance Mums. This show is a horrible, exploitative piece of garbage which is still somehow getting videos uploaded about it on YouTube to this day. And no, I'm not talking about people who react to it for content. I'm talking about the actual YouTube channel still posts compilations of children crying. How is that something that you should attribute your success and personality to? To me personally, not a good thing.
Please, when it comes out, please, you guys should watch it. Now that Jojo is older, she has her own reality TV show, and some people have come out because people are worried, and people have said that the show might not be treating young contestants very well. We've had people, older past contestants of the show, who have actually come out to say all the inhumane ways they were being treated, especially by Jojo's mom. Allegedly, Jojo's mom made one of the contestants to wear a maxi pad when she was bleeding from her belly button because she didn't want her to ruin the clothes. And one of the contestants, her mom came out to say that Jojo's mom made her and other moms to clean the toilet, or she didn't make her, she had to clean the toilet just to be paid £20. And all this is alleged. Obviously we don't know if it's true, but it's what has been reported. So all in all, the reality show that Jojo and her mom created just kind of mimics Dance Mom. Jojo's story just makes us think about how we treat children and how we treat kids. I forgot to mention, because Jojo moved to California, so in California there's this thing called the Cougar account. So Cougar account is for children in traditional media. So whatever they earn, your parents ask, compulsorily they are meant to put at least 15% of whatever these children earn into the account. And Jojo's mom, obviously, because it was required by law, she did it. So Jojo, she's come out to say in podcasts that basically her parents actually thought that she was going to take the money and leave them when she turned 18 because she had money, and which is kind of manipulative, because that's your child. If she wants to leave, let her leave, first of all. And secondly, her mom kind of manipulated her and was like, you would help any stranger on the street, wouldn't you? And she was like, yes. Then her mom was like, then if you could do that to a stranger, then you should do that more to us.
I didn't really realize till I was maybe 17 or 18, like, oh, I pay for everything for everyone. Like, but then I was like, wait, I get to take care of my family. I get to take care of the people that I love. They gave up so much for me. Like, my mom would always say, like, you would do anything for a stranger off the street, right? And I, of course, like, if anybody needed anything and I could help, I would. And she's like, so think of your family like that.
Think of it, baby. They'll all be matching me. All right, sounds good. All right,
I'll get my mom's card.
Shopping trip. Your mom's card?
Yeah, but it's the same account. We just have 3 cards for it.
I thought you meant like you don't have money, but your mom has all your money. I was like, you're 18. We should talk.
No.
Have your own money.
No, my situation is phenomenal. Yeah, no, I just...
Okay, that's fine.
Actually said something today to me that was really sweet. They've had this fear. They had this fear because, so when you are a kid, 15% of every penny you make goes into a Coogan account, right? And so my parents thought when I turned 18, I was going to get my Coogan account money, take all of my money, and have it all be mine and be like, good luck, everybody, I'm an adult now. And I told them all the time, I was like, I can give you so much reassurance, but I will never do that. But it just is going to take you realizing over time that I'm never going to do that.
But again, one question is, what of the remaining 85% of the money that he puts in Jojo's Cougar account, because in case you guys do not know, after Jojo went to claim her money from the Cougar account, she was like, oh my god, I have so much money. She didn't even know she had that amount of money in her account. If the money was that much just from 15%, what happened to the remaining 85%? Jojo has and was still exploited. In my video that I did about Jojo, I spoke about how she came out to defend Miranda Sings and James Charles, and I was like, we don't know what Jojo went through behind the scenes and why she sees this as normal. But obviously when she's like maybe 30 or 35 or 40 years, hopefully she'll come to realize that she was actually exploited, or maybe she thinks she wasn't, but from what we've seen and things we can get, she was actually exploited.
Are you friends with Colleen Ballinger still?
This is the first time that I've talked about this, so I just want to make sure I say my exact piece that I want to say. The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it.
I don't want to hear JoJo's side on it. Honestly, she has the worst takes when it comes to like when she's defending Colleen. I was like, girl, she misses the point completely all the time. Like, I don't know if it's just like, again, I like she is a victim of like, I think child exploitation for sure. Or it's like she just didn't develop and she's just like not fully like aware, and that's what I have to like think. But it's like she's so unaware of these situations. But you know, supposedly she was like yelling at them too. Allegedly, JoJo was like yelling at all them, comparing them. The current members of the group, the one mom is saying, I find it very hard to believe the siwas could have done anything wrong. And it's like, okay, yeah, because you're a current member. Again, it's like JoJo, currently friends with Colleen, being like, I don't think she could do anything wrong. It's like, yeah, you're in the cycle. You're in there. It's just...
She was actually exploited by the adults around her, in my opinion, and allegedly. The next family we are going to talk about would be the 8 passengers. The 8 passengers, this just went another turn from a YouTube channel. It just slowly dived into true crime.
What's going on, son? Have a seat there.
Is this personal business?
Have a seat. What's your name? I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house and he's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry and he's thirsty.
So let's just take a closer look at the situation when it comes to the 8 passengers, also known as Frankie family or the Frankie family. And they had a YouTube channel called the 8 passengers. And honestly, this family is basically like watching a train wreck unfold, but in this case there are kids involved, which even makes it very, very troubling. So the Frankie's family consists of Ruby, Kevin, and their 6 kids, and they chose to share their lives online. At first they seemed like a very perfect family. They were always smiling, they were always happy, but behind the scenes things were very much darker. And not only behind the scenes, even in front of camera, because obviously they created so much controversy that people had to speak up. So Ruby and Kevin, they filmed everything. When I mean everything, they filmed everything, especially Ruby. So first of all, if their kids are having meltdown, they will film it. If they're having arguments, they will film it. And it was more like her kids were like these characters for some reality show. And it's also very, very concerning, because these are kids, these are children, and these are not actors, because these are kids and they have real emotions, they have raw emotions. We know, okay, there's reality show, but some parts of reality shows are being scripted. But this is your kid, literally. These people, they were making a lot of money from their channel, but the kids were doing all the work and likely not even seeing any much of this money. Yes, the mom or the dad may be editing, but like the person who was mostly in front of the camera and what the channel was mostly about was about the kids. And some of the things they did and some of the things they shared were downright harsh. For instance, Ruby once talked about how she had to deprive her child food as a punishment because her daughter then forgot to take food to school, and when the school teacher actually called and told Ruby to bring food to school, Ruby said she's not, and she said, I hope that nobody gives her food and everything. And her child was literally 2 years. Is it 2 years? I can't remember. Her child was 6 years. I can't remember. But the child was preteen.
Got a text message from Eve's teacher, and she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable with her being hungry and not having a lunch, and it would ease her discomfort if I came to the school with a lunch. But I responded and just said, Eve is responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. And hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
For her to sit down and just say that about her child, that she prays her child starves, is very, very inhumane, and that is not how you should treat children. Ruby has also shared very personal moments about her daughters. For example, when she took her daughters to shop for bras, and also when she discussed her daughter's first period. Why are you discussing your daughter's first period to so many people online? Because first of all, period is not something that everybody wants to talk about. Some people want to keep that part of their life private, while some people don't mind speaking about it. But she did not respect the privacy of her daughter, and she did not even confirm if that's what her daughter wanted her to speak about or not. She's even come out to say, oh, that in her house there are no secrets, there's nothing like secrets, everything, she knows everything and everything, blah blah blah. Like, oh.
In this home, you don't get personal space, because this is my space, because I'm the parent. If you want your own personal space, you'll need to get your own space. This is mine. And as long as you're living in my home, it is my job to know everything about you. You don't get to sneak, you don't get to hide, you don't get to have secrets. Not in my house.
This woman pisses me off. Anyways, many viewers, they found this very, very inappropriate and very invasive, especially because it always seemed to embarrass the kid. There was even a time where she deprived her son from sleeping on his bed, and her son slept on a beanbag for 6 months. Why? The son pranked the youngest brother and said, oh, we're going to Disneyland. So he woke him up and was like, we're going to Disneyland. And he packed his things ready to go to Disneyland, and just when people say, oh, it's a prank, and Ruby got so pissed off at the elder son that did the prank and was like, see, because of this, you're not going to sleep on your bed, and you're going to sleep on his beanbag for 6 months.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you give it back like a couple of weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October, and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, and he's like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on.
Do you think it's funny? Because...
And then I walk out.
If you think it's funny, then that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
Let's not also forget that she also sent him to this facility for troubled kids in America. She sent him there so that he will learn how to become a better person. Honestly, Ruby actually did a lot of things to these kids and manipulated them emotionally for social media. And obviously, this video was getting lots of views from people who didn't mind watching that, and from people who just wanted to use it as commentary. And it was rage baiting. Like, everybody was just, most people with sense, they were very, very pissed off as to why you would treat your child like that. And this behavior just showed that Ruby often prioritized making content over the privacy of her children and well-being.
The drama surrounding Frankie and the treatment of her children started to escalate even further, culminating in the creation of a Change.org petition that urged Child Protective Services to investigate. It was impossible for authorities to ignore at this point, and an investigation was in fact launched. However, this didn't lead to justice as many had hoped. While her alleged abuse had been documented online, Child Protective Services claimed that they didn't find any significant evidence to justify charging the family with anything, much to the disappointment of the many internet users who had now become invested in this story.
And again, the children, they come out and said they never agreed for their lives to be shared online, and every embarrassing moment that these children had was just shared for everyone to see. Things took a very serious turn because Ruby was arrested for child abuse. So obviously this just became so much darker than what we even saw behind the scenes.
You come in, my buddy. I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here? Hey, you okay? Is this just you in here? I'm Sergeant Tobler. What's your name? I just have one. Where's your sister at? Contact one. You okay? Huh? You doing okay? You don't want to talk to me?
In a not so surprising twist, those close to Ruby spoke out against her in public statements on social media. Ruby's sisters, who had openly collaborated with her in the past, all created an Instagram post denouncing the actions of the disgraced family member, confirming that this had been an ongoing issue and that justice was now being served. Her own daughter Sherry went on to state, "Hi all, today has been a big day. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up. Kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Please keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy."
I want to do like a deep dive on the 8 passengers. I don't know if you guys will want to see that. I think I've said it in one of my videos before, but I just feel like there's just so many twists and turns when it comes to this particular family. There is how they started, when they ended their channel, what the mother ended up doing. There's just a lot. And if I want to do a deep dive, I want to cover every aspect of it. But it's in the works. I think I'm going to do it, but I just don't know when I'm going to do it. So just put a pencil, not a pen, on that, okay? So now the next one, or the next person that we're going to speak about would be Wren Eleanor. Oh my god, this is the queen of child exploitation. So Wren's mom, Jacqueline, she posts video of Wren all the time, especially on TikTok. At first, it might seem like a mom just sharing cute moments of her child, but with millions and millions of followers and videos of almost everything Wren does, people are starting to worry, and people have been worrying for quite a very long time. So let me tell you guys why this is a problem. Wren, first of all, she's very young. She's too young to say that it's okay for her mom to share so much about her life online. And her mom has been sharing so much about her life online right from when Wren came out from the womb. And some of the videos that Wren's mom has shared online, they get more views than others. And these videos that get more views than others are when Wren is in situations that make her look more vulnerable. For example, if Wren is wearing like a swimsuit, or if Wren is eating a hot dog. So obviously, why are videos like a child eating a hot dog getting more views, and not only more views, also getting more saves? This is really, really concerning. And some adults, they've actually also left like very creepy comments on the videos, which shows that there are dangerous people that are also watching Wren Eleanor. So on the Wren Eleanor TikTok accounts, I don't know if she's 5 now, but the last time I researched Wren, she was 4 years old. So speaking of Eleanor, so some men, they've admitted to printing out photos of this 4-year-old girl and posting it all over their bedroom. Isn't that creepy? That is so creepy. Also, there've also been speculations, and there've also been talks that Wren's pictures are in the dark web, in which Jacqueline, she came out to say that, oh, it's not true, that she spoke to an FBI agent that said that Wren's picture are not in the dark web. But you guys, that's like someone coming to me and say, oh girl, you're so skinny, and you expect me to believe that I'm skinny. No, I'm not. And just like I'm not going to believe that she really spoke to the FBI and the FBI was like, oh yeah, we did an investigation and we want to assure you that Wren's pictures are not in the dark web. Who is going to believe that? If you believe that, then I think you need to go back to school, because which FBI? If an FBI really checked, they'll tell you not to post a child's pictures and videos online.
What baffles me is that rumor spreaders express such passionate concern for my daughter, yet law enforcement has found zero real proof about these untrue allegations. Creating videos talking about scurrilous rumors that my 3-year-old daughter appears on porn sites isn't proof. Repeating false information over and over will never convert into fact. Doing so is wrongfully smearing my daughter's name and unjustly damaging my reputation. What I've learned from this ordeal, I realize I should have spent more time reading the community's comments. With millions of followers, this is no easy task.
Obviously, Wren's, the last time I checked, that was when I was researching, I think like 3 months ago, she had like 16 million followers on her account, and Wren's mom has also come out to say that the videos are giving her bread and butter where she can sustain her and Wren. That I understand, but at what cost? At what cost? She's come out to say that she's cancelled the download button so nobody can download her child's video. But every phone has a screen record button. Someone can use another phone to screen record. So what exactly are you saying? Like, honestly, what exactly are you saying? Like, I don't get it. Many of the comments that people have posted on Wren's pictures, especially when it comes to all these creepy men, the comments are similar to how these men would speak to adult performers in pornography. And another thing that we should know is that there aren't any rules that really protect kids who appear in social media content, unlike child actors in movies and in TV shows. And honestly, like, even the rules that protect child actors in TV shows and traditional media, I want to tell you guys that it took a lot for that to even be enacted. If you guys do a deep dive on child actors when they were younger in the olden days, they put those people through strenuous moments, like they were emotionally traumatized, physically and psychologically traumatized, and these laws had to be enacted to protect the children. Honestly, like, it was getting too much. That's why countries had to put laws to protect these children. If not, nothing would have been done. So now let's go back to Wren. We don't know how this would affect Wren when she grows up or when she's older, because even though people have told Wren's mom about this problem, she's still posting videos, and it just makes people to just seem like she doesn't even care about the safety of her child. It makes people to think that she cares more about like what she gets to gain from social media and from posting these pictures about her child than protecting her own child. And obviously everyone has been talking, every now and then she's trending and everything, and this woman don't care. One thing I've noticed is that when it comes to Jacqueline, Wren's mom, Jacqueline is very private about her own life, is very secretive about her own life, and Wren doesn't get to do the same. So the next family we're going to talk about would be the Ace family. I'm not gonna lie, I was battling if I should put this family or not because they do not exploit their children, they actually do, but because this family, they personally piss me off. I have never ever been an Ace family fan or whatever, even when they were trending, even during the peak of their reign on social media. I've never ever been an Ace supporter or whatever. Like, they always rubbed me the wrong way. They always seemed like content hungry people, and the main reason why I know these people is because of tea channels, and because whenever they are involved in one controversy or the other, they are everywhere on my YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, these people do not deserve me to watch them. Anyways, the Ace family situation raises such a very serious concern about the potential downsides of family vlogging and the exploitation of children on social media. So Austin and Catherine McBrooms, they've built a very huge online following by sharing their family life online, and this has led to some troubling ethical questions. First of all, the McBrooms, that's Austin and Catherine, they have turned their family into a brand, which in hindsight is not a bad thing, but their young children act as unpaid performance in a reality show that never ever ends, even off of YouTube. They've used their kids for attention, and even when I was going through the Ace Family's YouTube channel, there's a video that is titled Elle Goes on Her First Date, and Elle was just 3 years old at this time. That video had 21 million views. What are 21 million people interested in when it comes to a child, a 3-year-old child, going on her first date? Like, literally, what? Why are 21 million people very, very intrigued to see a 3-year-old child go on her first date? And this kind of exposure just brings up significant privacy issues, as the children's everyday moments is being recorded online, including the tantrums that the children throws, the milestones these children has, and these are shared with millions and millions of viewers.
Done the morning routine, which you all have been requesting us to do. So in today's video, we're gonna show you how we get ready every morning. How do you get ready, Elle?
These kids, they're just too young to understand what it may be like to have their lives being broadcast so publicly, or to even give consent to it. You guys, days of Facebook, when Facebook was early on that we used to post anything, I cannot be the only one who's gone on Facebook and privatized most of the videos I posted, or the videos and the pictures that I posted in those early days. Why? Because they're cringe, and that was with my own consent. I knew what I was doing then. Just imagine these children going back to visit all these things, and they're like, oh my god, I don't know why my mom and my dad posted that. Honestly. So while the McBrooms profit greatly from their content through ads, sponsorship, and merchandise sales, it's very, very unclear if the children, who are also a main focus of this content, if they see any financial benefits. I would like to think maybe, but obviously they are not as rich and popping as they once were in like 2016, 2017. And this situation just resembles child labor, but it also offers even fewer protection than those that are available to child actors in traditional media, like I have been screaming all this while. There are also concerns about the psychological effects on the children, especially growing up in front of a camera could also like distort the identity of a child, and may not know, or they may not even know how it feels to be normal. For example, jojo siwa. And additionally, there have also been claims that the McBrooms, they create drama for views, and they also manipulate their children's emotions for profit. For example, I think there was a time where they made their child pretend like he was crying just to use it as their thumbnail. Also, that even reminds me, hopefully I find that video on TikTok. So I don't know if you guys know, so it was this video that was trending of this woman, I think their dog died or whatever, and the son was crying like genuinely because their dog died. But at the end of the video and at the end of the speech, she was trying to do a thumbnail for the video, and she was telling the son, act like you're crying
And be part of our family. So if you could pray for us, we appreciate it. I love you guys. Bye. Come here. Come closer for the video. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Closer. Down. Put your head down here. Act like you're crying. Really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying.
No, I know, but go like this for the video. Go like this. Put one hand up. Go like this. No, go like this. Put your hand like this. But let them see your mouth. Let them see your mouth.
No, Mom, I'm actually crying.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm actually crying.
I know. Look at me. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. It's over.
This is exploitation for financial gain. You're exploiting your child's emotional trauma. And before you guys come for me, I have an 8-year-old sister who is so beautiful and very, very smart. She's very, very creative. She can draw, she can paint, she's very good at math, she's very good at storytelling, she's very beautiful. Like, she is so intelligent, and so many times she's asked me to open a TikTok or a YouTube page for her, and I've always said no. Even if that's what she wants, I've always said No, till she's like 18 or like maybe 16. Ugh. Even her growing self kind of pisses me off because this world is so cruel and I don't want her to experience all the cruelty of this world. And every time I see her, I'm like, oh girl, this world is so cruel. I wish I could just protect it forever, but obviously I know that that is not possible. If me can feel like that about my sister that I did not even birth, then what if she came out of me? Like, honestly, when I sit down and I think about all these things, I'm like, you guys, I post my sister on my story, but it's not every day, it's not even every month. Like when I go to see, she's like, let's take a selfie, let's take a video, and I just put her on my story. But I would never ever put finance or money over the safety of my beautiful sister. Never. So in case you do not know, Austin and Catherine, they came out to say that they're getting a divorce, and because their life is so built on drama, people actually do not believe this. And in my own take, this situation has become even more complicated because while both parents, they've come out to say, oh, we are committed to our kids, it still remains uncertain how this will also impact their content and the children's well-being moving forward. Because even as at that, like when they came out and said they were getting a divorce, Austin was trying to milk the whole thing. I didn't watch him, but like T channels were carrying it on, how they were saying that Austin had to get a caravan close to Catherine's house, and his excuse was that he wanted to be closer to the kids. Then you'd be like, you guys should go and watch on my Snapchat, because at the end of the day, Snapchat pays very, very well. So yeah, still milking this for content. So people are like, yeah, we don't actually even believe that you guys are getting a divorce, because last that I heard, they had not even filed for a divorce. So this divorce was only via Instagram and YouTube and whatever. But yeah, overall, the Ace family's approach to vlogging just raises important question about the implication of sharing children's lives online and whether their best interests are being prioritized. So now the next family we are going to talk about will be the daddy of 5. This one even went to court, you guys. This one even went to court. I'm not gonna lie, I actually did not know anything about them till I was actually researching this case, and I was like, what the fuck, who are these people? And to be fair, during the time where vlog was very, very apparent and like family channels and dating vlog was like on the high rise, that was like 2017, 2018. I mostly used to watch like couple videos, especially like queer couples. I used to watch DK4L. I used to watch, is it Kayla and I can't remember her boyfriend's name, but now they are married. They were like a Christian couple channel, but now they are married. And also I used to watch Domo and Chrissy. I used to watch, is it Ray Wavy? I can't even remember her name. I really used to watch like queer couples and also like all these relationship couple people. But why I used to watch queer couples, because I was like, you know, I was questioning my sexuality then, and I was just mesmerized how these people were like so open about their sexuality then, and how they like were very happy to be gay or whatever. Like I just used to watch it out of curiosity, and I just thought it was a big deal. But it is actually still a big deal, because some people get disowned because they've come out to their family. But yeah, anyways, I just went off topic, but like let's just come back. So the Daddy of 5 channel controversy is a very clear example of how social media can exploit children while pretending to be entertaining. So the Daddy of 5 includes these 2 married people. I don't know if they were married, but like these 2 couple called Mike and Heather Martin. So because they have the same last name, I assume that they were married. But now people just change their name to the last name of their boyfriends even when they're not married. But do you, boo? So basically, Mike and Heather Martin, they actually created this channel, and on this channel they made videos that crossed ethical lines and even led them to losing the custody of 2 of their children. So the Martins, they actually claimed that their videos were just harmless pranks. Many of these pranks actually put their children, especially their youngest son Cody, in emotional and physically distressing situations. So basically they filmed things like destroying their kids' toys and yelling at them and encouraging fights between siblings. And the parents, what they would do is that they will capture their children's emotional breakdown and they will share them with millions of views.
Get out of here! Mind your business! Do that!
Oh my God!
Don't hit girls!
Yeah,
but she's your sister, she don't count. Oh my God! Get in your room now!
Take a joke!
So you all made me go through all this just for a stupid prank?
Emma and Cody are with me. I have emergency custody.
I just want to play with Cody now. But Emma don't care, but Cody does.
Hello, this is Emma Marie Martin. Please, Martin, off.
Is that not exploiting the emotional trauma of your child? That is literally exploiting the emotional trauma of your child. Why are you doing that to your child? Why? For views that will turn into money. Is it worth it? This a child will grow up in the future and they're like, oh my God, like, why did my dad do this to me? So there was this particular shocking video that showed Mike. He was tricking his son Cody into thinking that he put Cody up for adoption, and obviously Cody was very, very sad. This caused him lots of emotional pain. And in another video, they also falsely accused Cody of making a mess, and they yelled at him until he actually cried. And these videos, they weren't just mean, they were a form of emotional abuse that was designed as entertainment. Obviously, more money equals more views, and the Martins, they made a lot of money from these videos, and these videos reportedly earned them between $200,000 to $350,000 a year at the peak of their social media tyrant or charade, social media charade. Anyways, they turned their children's distress into a way to make money, which is very, very concerning. And what's even more troubling is how Martins also tried to make the behavior seem normal, because he came out to say that, oh, the kids, they wanted to be in the videos, and the kids, they actually enjoyed being in the videos. However, one could see that these children were visibly distressed, and people were not happy with that. And not only did they do this to Cody, they also did it to another of their child called Emma. So while researching this topic, or while researching this family, I realized that Emma and Cody were not the children of Heather. So can you guys imagine how alone these people felt? Because first of all, why are you traumatizing the children who do not live with their moms? I'm looking at the whole situation side eye. See, this family, they did what they could by exploiting the emotional trauma and distress of their children, until there was a YouTuber called Philip DeFranco. So Philip DeFranco, he analyzed the whole family channel, and he started calling them out for their abusive behavior towards their children. So this then led to like a public outrage, and it caught the attention of CPS, that's the Child Protective Services. And in 2017, Mike and Heather, they lost custody of Cody and Emma, and these children, Cody and Emma, they were returned to their biological mom, who they were then given 5 years of supervised probation for child neglect, and they were also banned from posting videos of their children on social media without the approval of the court.
Fucked up shit is, man, is you all think I'm a child abuser.
I mean, one of my boyfriends threw a trash can at my head and it broke. That's child abuse. They're the child abusers.
Us playing around with our kids and having a good time is child abuse, and you caused all this nonsense because we posted a video of us goofing off with our kids on the internet when you didn't know us, like I said 100 times.
My parents never hurt me.
I told you 100 times that you all did not really know us.
And I said 1,000,000 times that all this is doing more harm than good.
The internet has changed how kids grow up these days, and it's creating new problems that we've never even had to deal with before. So the biggest issue is that kids are just too young to say, oh, it's okay for my life to be put online. And these children at this point, they don't even understand what it means to have everything about them on the internet forever. And parents, they are the ones that are just making this big decision for them. Parents that are making money by sharing videos of their kids online, and it's just like a very new kind of job for kids. Just that there are no rules that are protecting these children. The first question I would like to ask is, who is making sure that these kids are safe and getting their fair share of the money? Who? Secondly, sharing too much about kids online can be very, very dangerous, and not only for the kids, even for the parents themselves. And bad people may also use this information to find the kids. Parents go through extreme lengths to exploit their children. I just even remember the video that was trending a while ago on TikTok where this mom, she was forcing, I think she had other children, she's a white mom, and she had a mixed race daughter. Hopefully I find that video on TikTok. If I find it, I'm going to put it here. So basically she was exploiting her daughter. She used to put her daughter on lives, and I think when she put that particular child of her on live, she gets like so many views. So this particular day, her daughter didn't want to be on live, and she was literally forcing her daughter to be on live. And if I can remember correctly, she was shouting at her daughter to sit down there and be on live, and her daughter was crying, but I think the mom did not know that the camera was rolling, or she just thought people not take it as a big deal.
No, I don't have time to do that. Your brother's gonna do it in the car. Get in your seat now. Let's go. Come on. Love you. Can you say hey to everybody? Do you know where your brush is? Huh?
I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in there.
Okay, tell everybody bye.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, all right, bye. She doesn't want to be on camera, so we gotta go. Bye.
Sorry.
It's okay. If you don't want to be on it, that's fine. All right, here. Bye, y'all.
Nope, you heard that right. We are getting to the point where influencers are selling drafts with images of their children for money here on this platform. God bless us all. We are doomed.
My daughter is good. She's good, and she loves doing videos. And if she doesn't, then we do what? Then we're like, okay, well, we just won't do them anymore. That's what I told her. Because mommy will find another way to make money. Okay.
People go through extreme lengths to exploit their children. So growing up with everyone watching you online isn't normal, and it makes it very, very hard for kids to know who they really are when they grow up. Sorry, I'm still going to go back to Jojo Siwa. Do you guys think it's normal that she's coming out here? Do you guys think it is? Like, she thinks it's cool because she's not had the chance to be a kid, and now that she's kind of somewhat free, she's doing all these things, and people are like, you and Olivia Rodriguez are literally the same age. The two of you are like child stars, but Olivia Rodriguez is literally not seen in the light that you're being seen in. Honestly, I did not even know that Olivia Rodriguez was a child star. I didn't know it. Her transition has been so smooth, but Jojo did not have the chance to be a child. And obviously, this is why she's acting all strange. And people are like, oh my god, this is cringe. But let's not forget, she's always been told what to do her whole life. That's why she thinks it's normal for her to go to Disneyland, or is it Disney World? To go to Disney World when she turns 28 and pretend to be drunk because she's drunk how many bottles of alcohol for the first time. Like, she's making alcohol drinking a whole big deal.
No. Try this one. If I'm gonna have a fireball, we're gonna go da 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 da. Woo da 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 da. Woo. Come on. Da 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 da. Woo. Da 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 da.
Look, is that really shocking to the average American?
Girl. Oh my god, I don't even want to say what I'm about to say, but you guys, I grew up in an African home and I spent most of my childhood back in Nigeria. My dad has a bar in our sitting room and I literally used to steal alcohol. Should I say that? I literally used to steal alcohol when he's not watching. So like alcohol is not something that you should do. And even me, I hardly drink. Like I drink socially, like even socially sometimes I'm like, give me the mocktail, take the cocktail, honestly, because like, why are you making a whole fuss about drinking alcohol? Exactly, she didn't even get the chance to be a child. So you guys sometimes like just think about it, like how did this girl really grow up, and how has the extent of her exploitation affected her psychologically? Like she, in my own opinion, she's having a sort of identity crisis, in my own opinion. I am not diagnosing her, I'm saying in my own opinion. Basically, when families film everything for the internet, it just changes how they act, and parents, they might create drama just to get more people to watch their videos. And this isn't good for the family, and in the future these kids might not just even understand what privacy means, aka jojo. Jojo, who is your dream host for my podcast? Let's face it, my ex. Girl. And also those cute videos from when they were like little might also cause problems when they are older and also looking for a job. We need to realize that this is somewhat a very serious problem, and we need better rules, and we also need to teach parents about the potential risk of putting their children online all the time, and we need to talk more about protecting these children online. Right now we are treating kids like they're just props to put in videos and not real people, and this could cause a lot of problem later. I'm not saying don't put your children online, you can put them online, but it's not, don't exploit them. There's a thin line. Honestly, in 2016, watching all these channels and seeing parents put their children online, it looked harmless. But I'm so glad, like I feel like what happened in 2019, 2020, because YouTube, they cracked down on people who speak about that event. But what happened during that time, you know, I feel like after then people have just become so much aware, if that makes sense, and people are like seeing certain things are like, okay, this is not okay. Because I feel like that period just made everyone sit with themselves and like, there's a lot of shit that goes on in this world. Like that was even the time I was like, life is too short, I need to come out to my family. Obviously, we know that navigating the digital landscape of sharing childhood memories online while also respecting your child's privacy is a very, very delicate balance. So here are a thoughtful approach to this modern parenting challenge. First of all, I'm not a mom. I hope to be a mom one day. Be very picky about what you share. Do not post everything. It's not everything that needs to be posted, especially when it comes to your children. You can share the big moments. You can share like maybe their first day of school, or you can share them learning how to ride a bike, and it's not everything you have to share. Another thing that you can use to create this balance is to use privacy settings. Only let close family and friends see your post, or you can use special apps that keeps these photos private. I have a friend called Princess. She's married and she has a son. Princess, if you're watching, she watches my videos sometimes. She's literally my she's my own personal tormentor. She pisses me off all the time because she's always commenting nonsense on my story. She's like my personal troll, and I troll her too. Anyway, so she has a son, and she has an Instagram page for her son, but that page is private and is only like family and friends that can actually access that page. And I feel so blessed and lucky enough to actually see and be given access to her son's page. And she's had this page since her child was born. I think now he's 3 or 4 years, and she's had this page since her child was born, and it's more like a digital diary for her son, for when her son turns like 16 or 18 and has reached the legal age to access Instagram. She's going to be like, these are all the documents and all the photos that I got from you, or I got for you when you were literally a child. And honestly, I respect that. That does not mean she does not post her son on her main page. She posts her son on her main page, like maybe she's with her son and her husband, she posts it, but she doesn't even exploit her son. She's also a YouTuber, and she speaks about like moms and motherhood and things like that. And most of the time her sons are not even in her videos. She speaks what she speaks without exploiting her child. And I feel like that is how it should be. Another thing is, do not share personal information. Don't post things about your kids online. Don't post their full name. Don't post their school. Don't post where you live. Don't even post your child's teacher. Because it may be like, oh, let me post my child's teacher on social media. A serial killer or a child can literally or may even know your child's teacher and would use that to trace your child and trace the school your child goes to. Honestly, nobody needs to know your child's teacher. Also, another thing that you should do is to ask your kids what they think when they're older and let them have a say in what you post about them. I know you may be like, oh, that's my child, that's my kid, blah 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 blah, I can post because that's my child. But don't forget, your child also has emotions, your child has feelings. So you have to respect the feelings of your child by asking them, is this okay for me to post? Another thing is that you should think about the future when you're posting your children. If you think, oh, if my child sees this in the future, they're going to be very embarrassed by this post when they're older, then don't share it. Basically, just put yourself in the life of your kids or in the eyes of your kids. Would they feel some type of way if I post this? If the answer is yes, then don't post it. You're not going to die. And also keep some memories just for your family. Not everything needs to go online, okay? Not everything needs to go online. You could save videos and photos privately. Not everything needs to go online, especially when it comes to your children. If it's about you, post whatever. It's your life, post whatever online. But that's your child. He or she, they're going to grow up to become a better person, to be their own person. And what if they see this picture and they're embarrassed? And even worse still, if you knew then when you posted that when they grow up they'll be embarrassed and you still posted it. Another thing is, learn about online safety. Things change very, very fast online. So try to keep up with new safety tips. Try to educate yourself. Is this good for me to post? Is it not? Another thing, last but not least, is set a very good example. Be careful about what you share about your own self too, and I should also get that too. I should also take the advice. Be careful about what you share about your own self too. And to be fair, the main idea is just to find a balance. You can keep families and friends updated without even putting your kids at risk. And also, even if you're going to be posting pictures to private Instagram while your friends have access, also know what you're posting. Don't go and post your child naked in the bathroom, you showering your child, because there could be a creepy uncle that you don't even know that is watching that and doing some disgusting things to that video, that picture of your child. Because if you think about it, most cases of child molestation and sexualization actually starts from home. It starts from someone they actually know before he actually goes outside. So also be careful as to what you post online. And I understand it might mean fewer likes on social media, but if you think about it, it's better for your kids on the long run. Remember that once something is online, it's very, very completely hard to take it off social media or off the internet. So think very hard before you post anything online, and your kids will probably thank you later for not sharing this aspect of their life for them. So they will probably thank you later. So now, finally, what should be done? We need to talk about kids' privacy, and we need to talk about whether they can agree to be shared online and how it might affect them as they grow older. So to address this, we just need to take several steps. First, we need to make better laws, and new rules should be enacted to protect kids who appear on social media. I know there is a state in America that has actually enacted a law about this. I think is it Utah, or I want to say Indonesia, or Utah, or oh my god, Indiana. Is it Indiana? You guys, please, I apologize because sometimes when I say things about America, there are people in the comment section that want to fight me. But is it one of those states, they've actually enacted rules to protect children who are being posted on social media. So I only know of that state that's done it. I probably should have researched before coming online to speak about this. So like I said, new rules should be enacted to protect kids who appear in social media posts, ensuring that they themselves, they benefit financially from the content that they are being featured in Also, current child labor laws should also cover social media well enough so that we can get like a very specific legislation for this. Another thing is that social media companies, they need to step up your game, like literally step up. I feel like social media companies, they should, enforce stricter rules that features kids online or content that features kids, whatever, and they should like implement better age verification system, and they should also use advanced technology to find and to remove potentially harmful content online. I know TikTok kind of does this, I know Instagram does it, I know YouTube does it, but I feel like when it comes to children, it should be stricter. And by doing this, platforms can also like create a safer environment for young users. Education is another key part of this solution. Schools should teach children about online safety and also digital literacy. Public awareness campaign can also inform parents and the general public about the risk of oversharing children's lives online, and parents should be provided with resources on how to responsibly handle social media, especially when those social media involves children, because this can help to prevent unintentional exploitation. And yeah, so for the children who are already in the public eyes, additional support system, they are necessary, and this includes setting industry standards for the ethical treatment of child influencers, and they should be provided mental health resources. Also, guidelines should be created for brands who are working with minors, and improved reporting mechanism for suspected child exploitation on social media platforms should be very, very crucial. I think that should have been number one. Social workers and law enforcement officials should be trained on how to recognize child online exploitation. I know when someone goes to adopt a child, there are some countries that say don't post the child online for a year or so, which reminds me, there's a couple that wanted to go and adopt a child from Thailand, and the reason why they did not adopt the child was because the country actually said, or the adoption agency actually said, you can't post this child for a year on social media, and they chose social media over giving a child a better home. Did you want to adopt a child for social media, or you wanted to adopt the child for your own self, or to give the child a better home? This just shows the intention of these people and what they actually really mean and what they really want, because I do not see a world where someone would choose social media over giving a child a better home or giving a child a safe place to stay. Very disgusting. All in all, by implementing comprehensive measures that addresses the root cause and the manifestation of online child exploitation, can create a safer digital landscape for the next generation. So guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for sitting with me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you made it to the end, kindly drop a brown emoji, any brown emoji of your choice. So guys, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It really does mean the world to me. Until next time, bye.
Schedule 5:30 a.m. I'm probably like 12 or 13. Friday, January 5th, 5:30 a.m. Hair and makeup in my hotel. 7 a.m. we get picked up. 7:15, I'm on the news. 7:45, I have another live interview. 8:15, another interview. 8:45, another interview. 9:30 to 11 a.m. meeting with editors. Back to the hotel. Okay, I have to do an interview, but the reporters are all 5th grade students. 1 to 2:30, me and my dad have a lunch interview. 2:40, we have to go to the Life magazine photo shoot. 3 to 5, interview and photo shoot for the Father's Day issue. Arrive at 6 p.m. for Kids Online interview. Then at 6:15, we have another interview. Then the next day starts at 7 a.m. and ends at 7:30 p.m. when I fly home to probably go to Hannah. That's on a Saturday. And then Monday, be back at work in the morning.